Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, Alaska. And I give you the first winter in Alaska. Okay, that's probably the vaguest one we ever had. So, right, we have, you guys were amazing in the comment section. That was extremely helpful. Especially shout out to Stats Neguit. And also, of course, you have 18 AM, Brother, and several other people who suggested it was enormously helpful. Again, the last choice is going to be mine in this section, and of course, but I'm so wrong in a lot of things how I'm doing some stuff, and I really appreciate you guys pointing this out because it's gonna be enormously helpful. So let's start. Just to slow the things down, I'm gonna be paused for a second, and I wanted to comment on a couple of things over here. For example, we have our farm here, and you guys said, and we're gonna implement this, that current speed of our harvesters tractors, 6 versus 6 on 6, 6 tractors, 6 harvesters, cannot harvest 18 or 19 big fields. That the best system would be 12 big fields and the 6 medium-sized fields, which we're gonna do now. I can easily convert these, for example, fields to be 6 smaller ones, and then we're gonna have 3 6 big ones and 3 6 big ones. So that would be 18 fields instead of 19. And then we're gonna have a couple of these fields assigned to a new farm. So we're gonna have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. And then we're gonna have 12, one of the big ones. I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a different setup, but we should have enough fields here for the second farm. Also, let's see how far are we with the stage of building the farm. It's 27th of December and we need this built as soon as possible. You can see that we only delivered concrete, progress is non-existent. So what we're gonna do is demolish this farm and the distribution office. Since we already said that a couple of mistakes I made, and Stats Neguit said that what we need to do, what I need to do here, is have more centrally located farms. So this is what we're gonna do now. So I'm gonna reorganize farming system here. We're gonna create, instead of 1 big field, we're gonna have 6 smaller ones. I'm gonna focus on that as well. So what we're gonna do here is have 18 fields here gravitating towards this central farm and central distribution office, and we're gonna do the same thing around here. So I'm thinking now the centrally located field, since we're gonna have this field and this field, and I think this field over here, this is gonna stay, but these two are gonna be rotated by 180 degrees, so they would have easier access on this side. So the centrally located farm that we are talking about would probably be best placed around here. So I'm gonna remove this field, and we're gonna move farm and this area here. I'm gonna do this initially just to have everything set up so we can start constructing this. Of course, many of the roads that we are building now are not necessary. Also, we have a heated discussions there, more argument than discussions. Of course, this is a joke and we're not having arguments, we're just discussing civilly, and let's keep it that way. What we have is extremely important exchange of information that I consider important, so I'm really appreciative of that, and I'm gonna try to focus to keep this as like to build our society as best as I can. So we have this field we said, and this field that we're gonna rotate it by 180 degrees, and I'm gonna try to make it look nice. So let's go back to these fields. Field. Here we go. Unfortunately, it's not set properly, so let's see if we can squeeze it in here. We have these little roads that are leftovers from the previous field, and I paused and unpaused real quickly just so we can plonk the field in here. So let's try to plonk one, and then let's try to do the second one as well. It has some collision issues. Looks like this field likes to be hampered a little bit, so we're gonna do that as well, no problem. We're gonna just remove some of the roads, and then we're gonna go and place the field pointed in opposite direction, exactly where we want our Weapons pointed. Yes. Right, there's no weapons in this game, so we're gonna keep it peaceful as well. We are economic superpower, at least trying to be, so we're gonna act like one. Okay, I want to point out a couple of things that I fully understand that the speed of upgrading our roads is quite crucial in this case, and I'm gonna do our best to upgrade the roads as soon as possible, but it's impossible to upgrade the roads while the farm is being while the fields are being worked, so I can't upgrade all the roads. Now also Stats Neguit also said that there's a perfect much better system than we have here with the vehicles, which I'm gonna do as soon as I place the farm. We can then continue working on this system. What I'm gonna do here is demolish some of the paths that we have here, and we're gonna start working on them at a later date. What we need to do now as soon as possible is finish this farm or farming area and have the tractors to start working the fields as soon as possible. I'm pretty confident we will be close, if not really close to our seeding season, so I'm confident that the band's gonna make it, so I'm gonna try to do so. Right, so a couple of other things that I wanted to mention. You have Stats Neguit has a lot of you have a lot of good ideas, and I try to experiment with this specialized construction offices. I didn't see a lot of benefit of it. I see some benefit in what is being discussed, and I think I will tend to agree to that, but I'm not really sure exactly. I don't have everything arranged in my head, so further discussion on this would be definitely helpful if possible. So how would you set up the different construction offices? We're gonna do some things like we're gonna be removing the paver and the roller over here. We don't need them anymore because we're not gonna have asphalt roads for a while. What we're gonna need is centralized fuel station around here. Now that's gonna be tricky as well because we're gonna have to have electricity hoses bringing the almighty juice over here. Of course, it's not gonna be huge, enormous petrol station, and it's not gonna be huge, enormous yeah, petrol hoses. Yeah, the electricity cables are gonna be smaller ones. So let's go back to farm just to not to lose track of this. I'm gonna go and place one of the farms, well, one farm, the only farm. We're gonna place it here in centrally located area. Let me try to do it over here. Why am I doing here? Because I'm going to be fragmenting the road a little bit less. Now I'm going to be placing this, but there's another thing that we need to do here is we need the petrol station, which we are not really interested in now. We need to get this farm finished first. Couple of other things I'm gonna explain some of the logic behind how I built some of the structures around here, around town. What's my logic behind it? It's not perfect, but we can start working from there and see if I can improve on this. I would be really grateful if you guys, all of you, can participate in this, and I would like to see what's your, what do you think about where we're doing stuff and those kind of things. Okay, so right, the plan is to have this farm finished as soon as possible and be ready for the next season. While this is going on, we can start slowly. We'll see if I'm gonna speed it up or not. I wanted to talk about some other changes I would like to do here. First of all, we removed this bad boy over here with paver and the roller. We don't need them anymore. Now I'm regretting selling the big tanker truck because we might need it. Initially I'll have a different approach to the fuel supply, where I'm gonna have the new gas station is gonna be supplying fuel to both of these gas stations, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna, I don't actually know now. We're missing, where's the fuel here? We're missing fuel truck. Looks like the fuel is slightly dropping. I have no idea why, but let's see if we have all the vehicles ready. Let's see. We have dumper mixer, dumper semi truck, cistern. Here we go. No, this is something that is just okay. So you can see here that we have the truck is kind of on the way. Are you unloading fuel here? This looks like it should work, but I'm just questioning if this is the best we can do at the moment. Where the hell is he? Oh, oh, perfect. Oh, perfect, I didn't sell this one. Okay, this is gonna be amazing. We distributed all the fuel, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna tell them to continue. We're gonna need this bigger truck rather than the smaller one. And then the smaller one, I'm gonna phase it out at one point. You can see that we're already consuming here more fuel than I expected. Now, this brings me to a couple of other points that I wanted to explain. Okay, let's see if quick stuff is gonna be explained here. So I removed a supply of let's put you back home. I'm gonna remove supply of the electronics from our village because it costs, I don't know, I was told a lot of money, but let's check it real quickly. I paused it because we are just around December time. Actually, we don't have to import. We lost around 6,600 rubles on the electronics imports, and they're useless. They don't make our people happy, and they're just useless. I'm gonna just retire this truck. I'm gonna put it in a storage and potentially use it for something else. I don't want to sell these trucks that are kind of useful. Okay, so let me see what else we have here on the list. Fuel in the middle of the farming area, sell the paver and sell the roller. We gonna stop electronics imports. This is what we just did. Restrict university educated to go to the bus stop. This is also really good idea. Can we do that? Can we do... No, I can stop buses from picking them up, but that's not gonna prevent them from heading here. But this is also not an issue. This is non-existent issue. We have already a lot of college-educated people, more than we need. So we can see here that we have almost 200 college-educated workers. So this plan of preventing people, college-educated people, to go to the bus stop to get work only is necessary initially when you're starting the game, because you want them to work in hospital, school, and university. You can see our school is full. It's full of professors. That's fine. University as well. I will slightly increase this because soon we're gonna be producing some of this stuff here. Now I'm gonna talk about this tactic as well, about producing these chemicals and mechanical components, because I will be using some rules where we want to have some kind of self-sufficiency, where I don't want to export stuff that we are not sourcing ourselves. This is a hard mode challenge rule, which I don't care that much about following the rules this time, but I think for our self-sufficiency I might it's not gonna be a might, we're gonna be producing our own stuff. We're gonna be producing a lot of our own stuff. What I want to say, I'm gonna try to find a small refinery mod with really small one when we're gonna get where we're gonna get the... Sorry about that, I needed to change some settings. Where we're gonna be getting the imported oil and processing into fuel and bitumen for our own supplies that we're gonna be using here. That's gonna come later, sometimes in the future. And also, we're gonna be starting our forest industry, hopefully even in this episode. We have a nice forest over here, and it could be... I'm gonna aim it to be in a walking distance from our town, so we don't have to have people coming there and getting the wood. Now, with that in mind, we're gonna start something that is extremely realistic. If we are starting some kind of Stone Age primitive challenge or whatever, we can use the logs to make bricks, and this is how things are done. You don't need coal. Vanilla gives you only a coal. We're gonna be using logs to make our own bricks. So again, bricks are not really big expense for us, so I'm not really aiming... Oh, son of a gun. We need this assigned as soon as possible. We just lost a few days, but that's fine. I'm gonna stop building other stuff at the moment. Also, I want to point out a couple of things that we can improve here. Actually, you know what? Guys, hit the comment section, let me know. I can buy 2 additional vehicles. I was thinking of 2 dumper trucks because I think they are the most useful here. But I'm not in rush of doing this because I'm gonna be considering constructing a new construction office, which doesn't really matter, it can be a vanilla one, just to try to have specialized construction offices. This is something I played with idea, like LDZ gave me this idea a while ago, and I tried it in Canvas series, but I didn't see a lot of benefits to this, so I'm not really sure if I want to continue with this, but let me see, I'm always open to new ideas. Okay, so little things that I would like to start on. First of all, I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna start probably, I'm 99% sure. Oh, right. Explanation concerning our exports. Why did we choose this? First of all, you have crops anywhere. You just have to place a field and have a farm and start working on them. This is the resource. As it is oil, it's from the ground. As it is oil, coal, or anything else. Okay, so how can you make the maximum amount of money from your crops? Obviously, the biggest problem for us is not processing power for processing those crops, but it's actually how much crops can we get from the ground. Of course, storage area and this kind of stuff. So one of these can process 360 tons, 3,600 tons of crops a year at maximum productivity, which is not always be the case at the moment. This is without power supply. Why is it so? Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I do something here? Okay, for some reason the power seems to be... Oh no, 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 this... Oh, they can't store livestock. Okay, this is my bad. Sorry about that. Power is here, but that's outside of range. I was like, why are it not working? My bad, my bad. Okay, so livestock. We have from crops, you can maximize your production in 3 ways. So let's see the prices here. The 3 ways you can do it is alcohol. Chemicals require some other stuff, including coal, I think. So this is not the case. This is not going to be the option. The second would be... So we have livestock. We have livestock can be converted into meat. I'm going to explain why I didn't go for meats. Livestock crops can be converted into alcohol and can be converted into food. Alcohol, let's cross that over straight away. The problem is with alcohol, it's pretty good. The price is almost double of the livestock price. As you can see here, 148 or 150 for livestock and over 260 for alcohol. But bear in mind that alcohol production takes 5-to-1 ratio of crops to alcohol. So you have to have 5 times more crops to make alcohol than to make livestock. And currently I don't see the issue with our capacity to transport, like export all our animals. I don't see the issue. It's winter, I understand, and the roads are still crappy. We're working on it. We're working on it hugely. You can see that most of our infrastructure is already upgraded. Saying that, seeing trucks drive 20 kilometers per hour. But we're cleaning the roads. We're cleaning the roads, and we're gonna do our best to continue the export as we are. And the food is more or less a similar production as similar. The difference between how much you invest in crop-wise to how much you get of the final product in this food, it would be 2-to-1 like the livestock, but it's a little bit more than 2-to-1, and the price of food is a little bit lower. So food, I will go for food, and actually probably in this episode as well, we're gonna plan for this, but I would better export its livestock. Okay, now let's focus on meat. Meat is more than double the price of livestock, and you need twice as much livestock to get this much of meat. So technically it's worth it, but we have to construct a whole new factory, which will be a slaughterhouse. We have to process this meat, and we have to have a specialized truck to transport these. For example, if I need more trucks for the harvest season, I can just assign these to distribution office, and we have more trucks for the harvest season. While with the refrigerator trucks, I can't do anything with them. With refrigerator trucks, you're sticking to what you have, and you can only export or transport meats. For our population, it's going to be 1 or 2 of those. Altogether, it's not going to be a big thing, but for the long run, it's also it's not. We're not going to need enormous amounts of freezer trucks. So this is why I chose livestock, because it's a little bit less investment, more or less the same amount of money you're going to get. Because if you want to compare prices, you need to calculate twice the price of livestock compared to one's price of meat, and the meat industry requires electricity, another 50 workers or less, because slaughterhouse has enormous processing power that we will never have, and we're never going to be able to supply it with that much cows. Anyway, so this is why I chose this. I'm probably gonna go for foods just to be a little bit more realistic, and foods are much better again than alcohol in my eyes, and foods are kind of way towards self-sufficiency, where we're gonna have local trucks not going to the border crossing, but actually delivering foods from here to wherever it needs to be delivered. Okay, one other point that Stats Neguit said, and this is really good one, I should have connected this to the road cargo station for faster loading and unloading, because speed is key here. With upgrading the roads, having the faster loading unloading is quite important, at least in my eyes. This is gonna take absolutely forever, because I'm not the smartest thing in the world. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, because for some reason our trucks are busy constructing other things, and that's annoying. Let's see what we can do here. What we can do to speed this up. Why are our cement trucks not going to the farm? I bet they are, we just don't see them. Yeah, they're so good that they're invisible. There we go. They are going there, and of course we have additional mud roads, which is slowing things down, but we're working on it. We're working on speeding this up. Okay, let's start an episode now, because it's 20 minutes into this, over 20 minutes into this episode, so I would like to start on this. Well, now, I wanted to explain the logic behind why I'm building these outer roads first. I want to provide our people with a faster or a solution. If I start upgrading these main roads, some of the houses will actually lose the entrances to the houses. They won't be able to leave their houses, which is probably going to make them die. So I started building outer roads first, because when I start upgrading the inner roads, inner paths, they will have alternatives to move around. So this is why I'm going from outbound towards inbound, while still trying to upgrade some of the main roads so they can just go around faster. And this is the only logic why I'm doing this. And definitely what Mr. Stats Neguit said about separating construction offices. I can have a construction office that is only dedicated to paths, that's gonna have to long roads, that's gonna have a couple of flatbeds, couple of the bulldozers, and a whole crap load of dumper trucks. This will and just tell them to build the roads, or manually assign them to construction sites. This will better utilize our workforce, because currently you can see a lot of these yellow buses are just going around delivering people to the same exact construction site that is finished before the second truck can even come there. So this is the problem, where our workforce is kind of wasted away, just transported in the buses. It's not a problem. We have enormous workforce, and it's perfectly fine at the moment, but this is not the most efficient way of doing things, so it can be much better. Okay, right. This is mouthful and long what I explained here. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go and continue building our infrastructure over here to see what we can do to place a fueling station around here. I'm gonna go, of course, for not really extremely cheaty, especially when you're not buying fuel directly. I'm gonna buy the petrol, or I'm gonna build a petrol station here. Let me see what their prices are. This one is 800-900. They're exactly the same, so this is perfectly fine. So we're gonna go for something like this without paying for it, and let's go yellow so we can see it in kilometers away. So Americans, they don't think it's actually, threatening to them. Okay, so the best location for this would be some central location. I will be stupid and put it in a corner here, just because I don't want to damage the... I can do it... How can I make this better? No, there's actually no bad reason not to do it like this. I'm just gonna build it here in the corner, and just not to damage the length of the roads, because when we upgrade this, we would like to have it one long road, so it's gonna be easier for us to upgrade. And then I'm gonna have to have this fueling station here, which is also gonna be a problem, because we need to get electricity hoses there. Let's go for the cheap, crappy ones. Electricity needs to go from here, and then looks like it's gonna be like this. Okay, let's try to plan this. I will go on the opposite side of the road here. I have no idea for what reason it doesn't allow me to place it here. I know building in the way, and it's obviously this building, but it shouldn't be so. I can do it always like a so, cross the road, and then I'm gonna stick to the roadside here to see if we can at least, you know, make it more look a little bit nicer. Let me see, I had a green one for a second there. Perfect. I'm gonna go to the edge of the road here, like this, and then let's cross the road over here, and this is gonna be a long line going all the way over here. I would still like to have a lot of, okay, obviously this side of the road is not the best option for this, but we can go on the opposite side. Let's go for this one first. Yeah, we can do this bit by bit. I would like to have as many pillars as possible because I'm not trying to cheat here. I know less pillars are less expensive, which is exactly what we want in these early stages, but also I want to keep it a little bit real, you know, keep it in a hood and stuff. We have it all the way here. I can switch to other side of the road. I'm gonna do it in a short manner, and all the way to the absolutely wrong direction. Okay, so let's remove a little bit from here, and let's continue building these electricity hoses. And electricity hoses over here. Come on. Come on, you son of a gun. It gave me a green light here, but I was being a cheeky SO something, so here we go, and I'm gonna try to do it in this direction. We have a lot of space here, so this is not going to be an issue. The only thing we're gonna have to build is transformer station here. We do have, I think I have a couple of transformer station mods. Let me see if I can find them. So we have power transformers. We have this. No, let's see substations. We only have this substation, and this one is not the cheapest thing ever. It's not that expensive. We can afford it. And again, it's gonna be. I don't want to fragment this, and I think we're gonna have to do it. Ah, you son of a gun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to fragment this somewhere. Actually, you know what I can do? I can... we probably already have vehicles on the way, so I don't want to bother them. Yeah, who cares? Okay. I'm just gonna go and build the... I didn't want to fragment the road in several different locations, so I wanted to build it... somewhere that is not gonna be bothered by anything else, but as you can see, we can't... Oh, it can. Oh, perfect. There we go. I found a solution. Yes, actually. The game found a solution. I was just taking the credit for this. So let's go and build the path from here to here. And there we go. We can build this now. Okay, and let's finish connecting this electricity grid here. Feel free to criticize everything that's happening here. I'm all open for that. This is going to be also a little bit pricey, but hey ho. I don't know if we can... Well, let's see if this is... Yeah, 7 tons of woods and a little bit electrical components, that's fine. So there we go. We should have a fuel station and a substation ready soon. I will not put additional extreme pressure to our construction office because they have a lot of pads that they were upgrading. It's shrank down a bit. We have a lot of buildings that we need to build. Initially, the farm is going to be alpha and omega of this project. Okay, so another thing I would like to finish, but this can wait until the end of the harvest season, so it's not rush. I will destroy this and rebuild this distribution office here. Why I'm gonna do this? Because we can align it a little bit better. What do I mean by this? What I'm gonna do here is I will connect this and make it more useful. We're gonna go... Let me see, is it possible for us to build a distribution office that's going to be connecting these two industries, and 2 additional silos. And can those 2 silos be connected to the same distribution office? Because this silo is in a little bit of a wrong place. I wanted to have a bigger silo because now we're gonna have, I can expect, if we're gonna maximize these fields, we can expect over 3,000 tons of crops from each of the farms. This farm has 3,000, says here that it's 3,840 capacity, here says 4,800 ton capacity, and this might not be enough for all the crops that we're gonna be. We can chance it, we can risk it. They can be on the trucks as well, which is not gonna be enormous amounts, like 10, 15, 20 trucks, 8 tons each. That's not gonna be 100, 200 tons of crops. We can chance it and then just have less crops if they wither. I will not force the food production to the maximum, and actually we need to discuss the food production, so we might even be okay for losing some crops and keeping this silo set up. But again, I need to connect this silo to additional different factory, so this cargo station here will have to go anyway. So what I was thinking is connecting this cargo station, rotating it somewhere here, and have a main road connecting it here, and then having our food production facility where the road cargo station is, where we're gonna hopefully have both of the industries connected with industrial connections and the silo. Better planning can make for rebuilding everything from the ground up that I was supposed to do from the beginning, but I'm not smart enough for this. I could have planned for a second silo from the beginning and the cargo station, but bear in mind that I didn't plan this far ahead, and also I didn't what did I do? I didn't plan for the cargo station to be here at all. This was a last minute thing, and turns out that it was actually a smart thing. But now that I want to utilize this cargo station a little bit better, the only thing I would be able to do is to... I have no idea. Well, every station for the future, every factory can have its own silo. This is easy to implement with this setup. Okay, let's go like this. I'm gonna remove this station from here, and if I'm making a mistake, just yell in the comment section. I'm fine and open for this. But we have time to rebuild it until the harvest season, which is like another 6-7 months, so it's not a rush. But what is rush is us to keep the high level of exports going as long as possible. So let's try to do this now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have two additional connections here for what we're gonna be building. So let's try like this. I will build this. I'll pause for a second, even though it's not necessary, just to see if this is gonna fit. There we go. So we're gonna be able to load and unload crops from the same area here. That's fine. Now the problem is going to be that if we connect the food here, there's no way in hell this silo can be connected with this food factory. So the only food they're gonna get is what they get from the fields directly. Okay, I think I might be fine with this. We have a little bit of a big problem because this silo is not cheap. Not really money issue, more so resource issue, and it takes a long time to be built. Maybe even a money issue. Let's be sure that this is the best thing we're doing. This is 36,000, which, yeah, by the time we start construction of this, we might be able to afford it. But let's put it on a maybe pile. Let's put it on maybe we're gonna build this silo over here. So I'm just gonna plan it, but oh, right, almost did it. Let's remove this construction button here. And let's put it here that this food production is gonna have its own silo. I can rotate it in this direction just so we lower the amounts of roads we're gonna have everywhere. And then if you're gonna go for food factory, 100% I don't wanna go all in on food factory. I'm well aware that our crop supplies are not gonna be maximized, so we can expect at most 2 times 3,500 tons of crops, more or less, from these farms. So it doesn't have to be... We don't have to use all of those crops in 3 months and then have factories not do anything for the rest of the year. Okay, even though it sounds a little bit on the smart side, but coffee time. Okay, so let's do this now. This is obviously turning into a huge planning episode, and I'm gonna try to go slow enough, just because I'm gonna do a lot of mistakes, and I'm expecting a lot of comments after this episode from you guys. So please hit the comment section, and let's try to do this as best as possible. Now, another trick up my sleeves where 18 a.m. comes into play. I'm really sorry, I had so many comments, I forgot who mentioned this. There's a perfect mod, and I actually got it. It's the Hunter's Lodge, actually hunting area, where you get meat from hunting. And if this is not Alaska, I don't know what is. I have no idea what Alaska is if hunting for wild animals here it's not Alaska. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. The only reason is this is becoming an industrial town, and if I put a hunting lodge in the middle of this forest in between town or industrial area, it's gonna look crappy. If I put it anywhere else, I'm gonna have to have separate vehicles delivering hunters there, which is not a problem, but also I can import cars, but that's a new set of problems. I wanted it to be in a walking distance, but I wanted this forestry area to start over here within walking distance from this town, so they can walk there to work and start producing lumber, because we're gonna need a lot of logs for the future industry. And then we come to the situation with the future industry. We're gonna be experimenting with charcoal kilns and this brick production with both wood and coal. We're gonna have our own coal production from wood, but also there's a couple of different little things that I would like to do, mods that I would like to try to use. First of all, there's Tiny Mine, which only employs 20 workers. It's gonna be enormously small amount of coal, but that's the coal that we can start using tiny steel mills or something for our own production. Because if we can import iron from the border, I don't care. We can even import iron ore. It's just going to be for our steel production, for nothing else, and we're not going to be exporting that steel. So it's just for our own production. But let me show you what I mean by this. If we go for all and let's see import resources, I'm just gonna remove the first couple of days of the gameplay, because that's when we imported or bought a lot of buildings straight away. But if we go, for example, from 15th of April, when the farm was even finished, we used 91,000 rubles of steel, 200 tons of steel we used in our constructions. And this is the biggest expense, and if we can start doing something about that, if we can start producing our own steel even on a small level, like let's say, I don't know, 400 tons a year, or I don't even know how much small steel mill is producing, this is gonna be a big chunk of our expenses for the future development and future projects. So this is kind of the plan I'm thinking about. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Having a small, and yeah, coal, we have really bad quality coal underground here, and it's not gonna be any cheating over here, because with that bad quality, it's gonna be struggle to get any proper coal from there. But for us, it's gonna be okay, because if you can see here, we imported a lot of, not a lot, but imported I don't know, 115 tons of coal for heating this season, and the season is not over yet, so it's gonna be at least 2 to 3 times that amount. So having few hundred tons of coal for local production of bricks, heating, and even if we have, because of the charcoal kilns that I'm planning to build, and some stuff like that, if we have something extra, maybe even a small power plant, I don't know, hit the comment section, let me know what you think. Us having a power plant this early in the game that is powered from wood created coal, not a bad idea. I know there are power plants that run on wood in real life, and here it will be more like pellets. I think Drax in UK is the biggest well, wood burning power plant now. It was a coal one, but I think they have a couple of, not reactors, what do you call them, furnaces running on wood. So yeah, there's that. This is going horribly slow, and I know, because of the roads and the infrastructure we have, but we play the cars that we dealt with, and we're gonna work around it, and hopefully we're gonna make you know, the band's gonna make it. Okay, so we're gonna go further on, and we're gonna go just create one of these paths over here and let our company start on this. So we have this silo that's probably never gonna be finished. Well, we'll see how it's gonna go. I'm fully aware that Stats Neguit said that, yeah, and he's right, potentially we're not gonna have enough space in these silos for crops that we're gonna be getting. Yes, eventually, yes, but initially, first of all, we're gonna have this farm not probably finish in time. We'll see how fast it's gonna be, and then we're gonna have a little bit smaller fields to maximize our farming. So we're gonna have a little bit less than what I expected. So I'm thinking, at least for this year, that this silo is gonna hold, or at least it's gonna be, you know, close. So yeah, we're gonna stick with that for now. Then the second silo can be built then afterwards, or we'll see. I'm not really sure that we can actually rush this silo because it costs an arm and a leg to build, and it will takes a long time to build. But yeah, I mean, like some things like boards, especially if we start with logging industry soon, we might be able to offset this expense of 142 freaking tons of boards. That's a lot. So yeah, that's more or less the plan. Now let's play with the idea of food industry, because I would like to. This is going to be a little bit smaller, but yet significant source of our exports, as it consumes a little bit more crops, and it's a little bit cheaper. Well, no, it's a little bit cheaper to export food, but it's gonna help hugely for us to be self-sustainable. Okay, this is also going to be interesting, that we need to find out that how much food do we actually consume. So let's see, import from Soviet bloc. We have 63 tons of food in last year. This is gonna grow exponentially as our population grows. By the way, this is another issue that we're gonna have quite soon, because they're freaking multiplying like rabbits. So this is something that we would like to address right now, food industry, just because, not only because offsetting this expense, but also for exports that I think is going to be profitable. So having this connected directly here, it's gonna be interesting, because initially, obviously, we're gonna have to have some kind of storage area for the food factory. I can build a smaller storage, which is not a problem, but then it's just gonna be creating a problem down the line. So I'm thinking that we can start on construction of this storage area even this year, so we would have all the capacity we need for the foreseeable future for our short-term exports. Yeah, this hit the comment section. I'm not gonna start it now before this farm is done. So this is the plan. Okay, let me see how they're doing with this power cables, just because I'm interested. I never actually created small power cables ever in my life that we built it from scratch. Yeah, it takes only 61 work days, and as soon as the workers come to the whatever needs to be placed, it's gonna be done. Okay, so that's it. Let's choose a food factory. We have a lot of choices here. I like that one from Mr. Rob's because I'm a fanboy, but we'll see what else we have. So these are the charcoal kilns, or brick firing kiln, version 1 and 2. This is what I said about producing bricks with wood and coal. I'm not sure if I have it here. This is a bigger food factory from Mr. Rob's as well. I'm not sure I'm interested in that one. If we're gonna go for something, it's probably gonna be smaller. So let me see what other food production options do we have. Is this one, and then we have rural bakeries, we have brewery there, and then also I know the 18 a.m. you suggested a couple of nice farms that produce both food and they produce both food and meat and that kind of stuff. So this is something I was thinking in the beginning, that would produce or consume twice as much crops as the vanilla, or sorry, not vanilla, but the livestock area. It can consume freaking enormous amounts of crops. It's going to be like 7,000 crops, I believe. More than 7,000, more than around 7,500 crops, tons of crops a year can consume this bakery. So even a smaller one wouldn't be something. Let me see how much this costs to construct. So this is 38,000, which is not cheap. And let's see if we have anything else here on the small side or a cheaper side, because this is going to be way out of our range and capacity. Here is something here, but this one looks like it's more expensive. Oh no, it's not. Okay, but this one consumes 3 times more crops, so technically this one is consuming 3-to-1 ratio of crops, even a little bit more than that. So this one would be challenging to operate. And then we have a few more, definitely. I remember that we have, especially here, not the first row, but here we go. We have these industries. Come on, you son of a gun. This one is interesting. This is the quite efficient one because it has actually 2-to-1 production of food, but is extremely expensive and extremely productive. So it has a huge output. And then we have this one, bread factory, which is a little bit cheaper. It has 2-to-1 ratio for production, which is perfect, and wouldn't consume more than we can produce. I think we're gonna go for this one. This is Chlebo Zavod, that means bread. Zavod is kind of like whatever. Right, so how can we connect this properly? Let's see if we can start on this as well. Oh, no free excavators. That's perfectly fine. We can I can find a nice location for it. So something like this, and then we need to be sure that we can connect the industrial connection here. Yeah, this one is too long. We're just gonna have to level the ground a bit, but that's because we are having some projects at the moment. I'm not gonna focus on that. This wasn't my intention to have this episode, the whole episode, on the slowest speed, on the normal speed, but there you go. Hopefully some people will be happy with this, which I agree. Later on we can't even go at faster speed because we can't get organized well enough because stuff happens all the time. Let me see if I can find. We do have the bulldozers. No, we don't have even bulldozers free, so that's fine. They're just busy with all the projects we have. And just to appease the rest of the team now, we're gonna speed this up twice the speed, because we want to finish some of the projects we have. I don't want to start any other projects. If I was a smarter person, I could try to utilize the vehicles that we have here. For example, start on some projects that don't require the they require just materials to be delivered, so we can utilize the flatbeds or something, but we don't have to focus on that. I will just check how the farm is doing here. I can send these snow plows to go there, but I'm worried if I extend the range of the snow plows that they're gonna be cleaning less of the more important roads that go directly to the border crossing there. So this is my worry. Okay, I think it's settled what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to finish this silo by the end of the season, harvest season, and have it at least at the end, so it's operational. Bear in mind, I can start this, but it's gonna be, first of all, expensive. Second of all, it's gonna take a while to build it, and we might not make it in time. Okay, to start off with our actual industries, we can start talking about the forestry industry. I had this road and a plan that there's gonna be here going directly like somewhere there, doesn't matter, but this doesn't have to be so, and I'm thinking that it's not gonna be so. What I want to do is build a logging station around here, but somewhere where we can walk to, at least from the furthest houses we have. I don't think this is gonna be a big problem because we have this path over here, and if I do this path like this, let them finish this one, and then additional connection here just for the aesthetics. These two paths can be deleted. We just need workers and gravel. Both of those we're sourcing ourselves. We're not importing any of that stuff. I think this is going to be close enough to have a logging station around here. So let's try that. Do we have anything nice? Do we have anything different? Logging station. Let's see if I'm not really sure that I have. I'm definitely gonna hit the mod section after this, the Steam community, and I'm gonna find some nice. So here we have the tiny coal processing. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you this. Where is the mine section? Here we go. We have a mine section here, and there's a lot of coal mines that we can take from here. You can see how color around here changes to a little bit slightly red. I'm gonna show you on the map. So if we go here and check our resource, we have some coal here. This is absolutely miserable amounts, but I don't even know how much is there. I don't know what the quality of the source is. I didn't even test this, but I'm thinking I'm gonna give it a shot with one of the mines that we have here. We have small coal mine, we have tiny one. I think with the one with the 20 workers, that's the one here. I think I would like to have that one, just because I think it's gonna give us the perfect amount of workers that I'm willing to invest into this mining operation. This is 80. This is way too much, especially if it's a failure. We have here gravel, quarried stone. No. So we have this this one here. It has productivity of what does it say, 4.2 of tons per person. So that's not bad. I think that's just average. This one is much more productive, but this is enormous mine. And how much do you cost to build? Please don't be expensive. It doesn't seem like it's so expensive. It's 14,000, but I bet crap load of that is work hours, because they require digging, and more digging. So I think this is going to be in around the area of 10,000 rubles of imported materials and whatnot. And then after we develop the coal industry, we can first of all supply our own heating, which is not a big deal, but it's going to also remove trucks from the border crossings, where we can put more trucks to go to the border crossing to export, let's say, meat and livestock. So there's this as well burning. Hopefully that's going to be fine. And we have our fire department already on the route over here. And yeah, that's it. That's the plan. Rush for the farm again for the second year in a row, and then after that is gonna be no smooth sailing whatsoever. I'm gonna try to upgrade some of the paths or rest of the paths in the village here in town. And one other challenge we have, guys, 630 dyslexic. I'm not, but still, it's 630 people we have here. We have 700 people capacity. They're gonna hit they're gonna grow up. We're gonna have a few more people, and that's it. We need to build more houses, so that's gonna be another challenge to overcome. So we need to put these people to good use. We have 140 unemployed people, and that's kind of growing. Bakery is gonna take a chunk of that, and then we have, oh, you're kidding me. You're actually kidding me. This guy is going to refuel now. Actually, no, he's not going to refuel. This is his fastest way to get to the fire here. Oh dear lord, I can't believe that this is happening. I mean, like, it's not gonna burn down. It's obviously gonna be fine, but I can't believe. We need to upgrade the main roads as soon as possible, but they're still gonna use this fuel station as a shortcut, because it's yeah, saying that it's not gonna burn down, it's almost burned down, it's gonna be quite tricky. So it's actually speeding up. Let's see if the truck is gonna do any good here. Yeah, this is incredible. I can't believe that we are actually experiencing this. I'm recording this, and I don't have time to record another episode. If this burned down, we're done. We're done. We're done. I don't know what I will probably miss an episode, and I have to re-record this or something. I don't know. I have no idea. This was close. This is not good. We need to upgrade the rest of the roads as well. But again, this is the time issue that we're gonna have. I think we are out of the woods somewhat because we have production and we actually caught up with our production. As you can see, that means that we are exporting more than we are producing, so that's good. We are maximizing our exports, and that's because of the snow clearing and the trucks having faster route there and back. We need to do better job, we need to upgrade all of it, and soon it's going to be faster loading as well, so we're going in the right direction, definitely. Okay, let's go back to original issue we have here. Let me just remove some of these messages to see potentially if anything else burned down. No, but this is a second fire already. That doesn't usually happen that fast. I'm gonna have to go for a second fire department or even bigger one. This is gonna be a bit important, but I think maybe infrastructure upgrades might be enough. So yeah, logging station. I don't think we have separate section for that, and I'm not against the vanilla one. We can go for that one. Where, Scooby-Doo, where the hell are you? It would be here. Wood cutting post, 30 workers. So something like this. I'm pretty sure if we build this over here, it's gonna be perfectly fine. I can try to level this a little bit. We're not using any money, that's fine. Of course, we don't have any bulldozers or excavators. Every single freaking... there's one! There's one! Don't tell me this BS, because there's one. Okay, let's try one more time. Here we go. Okay, obviously just teleported here or something. So we can start on this wood cutting post. I can go with vanilla one. I don't really care about this that much. And of course, we have to level it all the way because excavators are doing stuff. So that's gonna be fun as well. You can see that it's mid-February already. It's still winter. We still have traffic issues everywhere. That's kind of obvious. But I wanted to point out the state of our construction, how it's going. It's going like crap. That's literally how it's going. We still need 3.7 tons of gravel, and it's not getting here. So dumper trucks are not free because they're obviously doing something. Yes, the dumper trucks are actually delivering gravel to the road construction, some of the road construction, but I'm still hoping that some of them will sooner or later actually arrive at location. I'm hoping that you're going for a farm because it looks like you are. Anyway, this is the state of our nation at the moment, so let me know what you think. Right, a wood cutting post is gonna be hopefully constructed soon. Oh boy, additional dumper truck jobs. That's gonna be fun. What else? We need sawmill. I'm gonna hit the comment section to check out the sawmill and what we can do with that. Sorry, comment section. Yeah, comment section. I'm not gonna build any sawmill. Also, I'm gonna be checking out the. Do we have? I think we have some kind of small factories here. So let's see what we have here. Small factories. I have too many factories. I need to start removing them. Oh, by the way, 18 a.m. Thank you so much for this suggestion, and this is perfect because I'm not going to be focused on meat so much, on production of meat for exports. What I think we can do here is to have pig or chicken farm connected to this silo here and kind of close towards the station. Maybe even we can even build it around here. We'll see when the bakery construction starts. So we can actually go and have our own meat supplies. We can real quickly check this. We can real quickly check what is the state of the consumption of our meats. Let's see, all time. Now it's more or less almost a year since we started. It's only 18 tons, so 18 tons a year. It's not that much, but it's still gonna be 6,000 rubles. And how much would be one of these farms? So piggy farm would cost around 6,000 rubles, and chicken farm 10,000 rubles. So I'm thinking about a piggy farm, or yeah, I'm thinking about piggy farm. Yeah, in the industrial area, I think it's fine. Something like this. There's other farms we can supply with crops, and they would be. How much you get meat from that? Because it should be like 4-to-1 or something. No, it's actually 2.5-to-1. This is quite profitable. Actually, chicken one is even No, it's the same. No, it's actually good. It's a good odds. It should be 4-1, but if it's like this, that we are avoiding slaughterhouse and getting pigs directly from the farm, I think that's better. But for our own consumption, this is 100 kilos a day. That would be 36 tons a year. 36 tons a year, is it? Kilo a day, 10 days, yeah, 36 tons a day. How many did we import again? So since we began, we started imports from Soviet bloc. We imported 18 tons, so that's a half. Yeah, I'm happy with this. This would be half of the consumption that we had. Well, double. Sorry, we will be producing double the consumption we have at the moment, and that's perfect. I don't want to expand any more than that because I'm not planning to go towards exporting meats. I think it's not worth it. Bother yourself with a slaughterhouse and exporting meats and the whole new supply or delivery chain with the refrigerator trucks. But this is just my personal opinion. I'm often wrong, quite often. But anyway, so this is the plan for this map. I'm kind of probably I should have stopped construction of some of the roads we have. I should have focused on finishing this farm because obviously this is not going to be done before March, and the snow is still preventing us to do anything. You can see that a couple of snow plows are actually not going anywhere anymore, so I think I'm going to permanently extend their range, so hopefully they're going to start clearing some of the stuff over there. Bad decision. Should have focused on the farm. Should have canceled this construction so vehicles can go there faster. Should have extended the range of cleaning vehicles to clean the snow so the farm can be constructed faster. Should have, could have, would have, or something like that. I don't know how the saying goes. Not native. Right. I don't know. That's it. I think we have a few seconds left, and open to suggestion. Questions? Anybody? Nobody? No, yeah, I'm pretty happy how everything is going. It's not perfect. It can be better, and this is what I'm striving to do. Do it better in the future, to be more productive, to understand how supply chains works, how can you be self-sustaining, and also check out these hard rules. But with Julian Renard on this, that it's overrated. Importing in the shops is not a problem, and nobody should stop doing this if they don't want to. And it's perfectly fine to import your foods and everything else. There you go, I said it. The criticism, hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it. Comment section, hit it. If you want to support the channel, you have a description of the video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice one. See you in the next one. Bye bye.